The story begins when Yamaguchi Kumiko, called Yankumi by others, stops criminals from taking over a plane. She was coming back from a class trip when the bad guys started their plan. Using quick thinking and fighting skills, she stopped them and kept everyone safe. After the plane landed, police were amazed to see the criminals saying sorry as they got off. What shocked people more was when Yankumi said she worked as a math teacher at Shirokan High School. This event made Yankumi famous around town. People praised her for being brave, and news reporters talked about what she did. When she got home, the Oedo Group, an important Yakuza family, welcomed her back and asked her to become their new boss, but she said no politely. Her grandfather Ryuichiro Kuroda raised Yankumi after her mom and dad died when she was little. He was the third boss of the Oedo Group. Now Yankumi works as a math teacher, which she's been doing for 7 years, even though some students are really difficult. Other teachers came around her in the staff room because they were impressed by what she did on the plane. Vice Principal Sawatari Goro showed up and told Yankumi to stay away from getting too much attention. He warned her not to do anything that might let people know about her Yakuza family. Right then, a new practice teacher called Odagiri Ryu came to the school, which surprised everyone, including Yankumi. She knew right away that he used to be her student at Kirin High School. Yankumi felt good seeing him try to become a teacher too, but Ryu told her he was still learning and wasn't sure if teaching was right for him. After that, Yankumi brought Ryu to meet Class 3D, the students she was responsible for. Everyone knew this class had the worst behaved kids in the whole school. These students were known for not coming to class, being rude to teachers, and getting into fights, which made them really hard for teachers to handle. When they walked toward the classroom, Ryu was surprised to see Yankumi getting herself ready mentally before going inside. Once they went in, the classroom was crazy with students not paying attention to Yankumi until she spoke loudly to make them listen. One angry student threw a tennis ball at her, but Yankumi moved out of the way quickly and threw it back, which got their attention. Then she told them that Ryu was there to help her, but the students didn't care about listening, which made Yankumi mad. She kicked a can because she was frustrated when they wouldn't cooperate. At the same time, 5 boys who used to be Yankumi's students were watching her and Ryu from on top of the school building. They couldn't understand why Ryu, who used to cause trouble, would want to become a teacher at Shirokan High School. Later, when they saw Yankumi and Ryu together again, they started thinking maybe something romantic was happening between them. They ran fast to tell their friends who were eating at a food stand. Yankumi and Ryu surprised them by showing up at the same place. The boys made jokes about Yankumi finally being close to a guy, which annoyed her. She looked like she wanted to fight them, but Ryu stepped in and made her calm down. Everyone sat down together to eat and talk about their lives. They laughed about how Yankumi's old students once made a bet that she couldn't get a teaching job at a different school. During this same time, some Class 3D students were being bothered by a motorcycle gang called Black Skull. Sawada Shin, one of the students, stood up to protect his classmates and managed to make the gang members go away. That night, Yankumi asked Ryu to come to her house and drink with her and people from the Uedo group. She said she wanted to have drinks with her student. After drinking several glasses, Yankumi fell asleep, so Ryu and Asakura Tetsu, who was part of the Uedo group, talked by themselves. Ryu said that Yankumi could be annoying sometimes, but he also talked about how much she had taught him. He explained that her lessons made him want to become a teacher just like her. The day after, Yankumi ran into 2 of her old students, Tokada and Huga Koseki, while she was listening to a speech by Kintaro, a famous computer business person who wanted to be elected. Yankumi liked Kintaro's personality because he reminded her of someone she used to love. She got so excited that she ran up on the stage to show she supported him, but she was too enthusiastic and Tokada and Koseki had to drag her away from the crowd. While this was happening, the Black Skull motorcycle gang came to Shirokan High School looking for the students who had fought with one of their members the day before. Many curious students left their classrooms to see what was going on. Vice Principal Sawatari Goro got nervous and quickly called the police to help. Luckily, the gang members decided to leave the school before anything bad happened. After that, Goro called Sawada Shin and his friends to come to his office. He yelled at them for getting mixed up with a motorcycle gang. One of Shin's friends tried to tell him they were just trying to help their classmates who were being picked on by the gang. Goro didn't believe them until Yankumi came in and convinced him that her students were telling the truth. Even after she helped, Goro still blamed Shin and his friends. He even said that Yankumi should stop being a teacher if her students caused more problems. But Yankumi wouldn't give up. She defended her students strongly and was ready to protect them even if it meant losing her job. Shin and his friends were amazed by how loyal she was and how much she supported them. Back in their classroom, Shin kept thinking about Goro's warning to Yankumi. He didn't want his friends to get hurt or feel like Yankumi owed him anything. He decided to go to the Black Skull Gang's hiding place by himself to fix the problem. When Yankumi came into the classroom with Ryu to teach, she found out that Shin had gone to face the gang alone. She got angry at the class for letting their friend go into danger by himself, then ran out to look for him. Ryu told the students how important it was to stick together and help each other. At the Black Skull Gang's hideout, Shin told the gang to stop bothering his school and fight him instead. When they saw he was by himself, the gang members attacked him. Suddenly, a big explosion happened and part of the wall broke down. Yankumi rushed in and demanded that the gang let Shin go. She fought the gang without fear, using her fighting skills to defeat several members with fast kicks and punches. Ryu joined in, fighting others and keeping Shin safe. The gang members got overwhelmed by how strong Yankumi was and how determined Ryu was, so they finally ran away, leaving Shin safe. Soon Shin's friends came and found him badly injured. When Yankumi was getting ready to leave, she said goodbye to everyone. The next morning, Yankumi was happy when a Class 3D student said hello to her nicely in the schoolyard. This small nice thing made her feel good and appreciated. She started daydreaming about what it would be like if all her Class 3D students behaved well and always listened to her. Shin interrupted her daydream by reminding her she was about to be late for an important meeting. Yankumi stopped daydreaming and hurried to the teacher's room. During the teachers' meeting, 2 police officers came with bad news. They said that Kazama Ren, who used to go to Shirokan High School, was doing illegal things with drugs. The teachers didn't believe it at first, but the officers explained that Ren got caught when police searched a place they thought was storing drugs. When Yankumi heard this, she felt she had to find out what really happened because she was Ren's homeroom teacher. Even though the news was shocking, she thought there was more to the story and wanted to discover why Ren got involved. Later, Yankumi went into the city to look for Ren. While she was searching, she met some of her former students who were friends with Ren. They said they would help her find him because he had disappeared. They separated to search all the places in the city where Ren usually went, hoping to find him. That evening, when Ryu was going home, he walked past Class 3D and heard weird sounds coming from inside. He got curious and went in to check. He found Ren sleeping in the classroom. Ryu woke him up and talked him into telling Yankumi what was happening. Soon after, Yankumi and Ren's friends, who had also been looking for him, came to the classroom after they heard where he was. Yankumi felt relieved to see Ren was okay, but Ren was upset. He told her he didn't want to give her his problems because he felt like he always disappointed her when he was her student. Yankumi made him feel better by telling him they were all there to help him no matter what. When he heard this, Ren told them the truth. He said someone had tricked him. They offered him a job that paid a lot of money to deliver packages, and he took it because he needed to help support his younger sister. But when Ren tried to quit the job, the person threatened him and hurt him, making him keep working for them. Yankumi told Ren and the others to be careful and stay away from anything illegal. To keep Ren safe, Yankumi invited him and his friends to stay at her house for a while, but she didn't tell them about her Yakuza connections. Later, while Yankumi was saying goodbye to Ryu, members of the Oedo group came to her with bad news. Kintaro, the politician she had liked, was actually the one behind Ren's involvement in the drug business. Yankumi got very angry and decided to confront Kintaro. Ren heard their conversation and said he wanted to come with her. They planned to confront Kintaro at his office the next day when he was supposed to give a campaign speech. The next morning, Yankumi learned about Ren's plan to confront Kintaro and got worried. She tried to stop him by calling Oda Yamada, who was with Ren. She was scared for their safety, but Yamada ignored her warnings and kept watching Kintaro from far away. Yankumi got panicked and decided to follow them, but just when she was about to leave, Ryu showed up on his motorcycle, ready to take her to Kintaro's office. At Kintaro's office building, everything was busy and messy because they were getting ready for a live campaign event that would be shown on national TV. To get inside, Yankumi and Ryu pretended to be supporters while looking for Ren and Yamada. Yankumi was surprised to see Tsuchiya Hikaru, one of her former students who now worked as a helper to a cameraman. After they said hello quickly, Yankumi and Ryu continued their mission, not knowing that journalists covering Kintaro's event had filmed them. Back at Shirokan High School, their co-workers were shocked to see them on live TV. Finally, Yankumi and Ryu found Kintaro's secret drug storage warehouse. Inside, they saw Yamada and the others looking at the boxes that were used for Ren's deliveries. Ren got angry and broke a statue, which showed hidden drugs inside. All of a sudden, Kintaro's men found them and pointed guns at the group. But before they could do anything, Yankumi snuck up behind them and knocked out the men, saving Ren and the others just in time. While Kintaro's campaign kept playing on national TV, Yankumi got angrier. She decided she wouldn't let him get away with his crimes, so she chose to face him alone. She left Ryu to watch Ren and the others and went back to the event. In a dramatic moment, Yankumi ran onto the stage while Kintaro was giving his speech, shocking him and everyone watching. The audience gasped in surprise, some talking quietly in confusion while others took out their phones to record what was happening. Right away, she told everyone that Kintaro was the boss behind the illegal drug operation, causing chaos in the crowd. The big screen above the stage showed pictures revealing where Kintaro's drugs were hidden, which shocked everyone. As people tried to leave the event quickly, Kintaro got desperate and told his men to catch Yankumi, even though there were more of them than her. Ryu came to help, getting hit by Kintaro's men while protecting her. Soon, Yankumi's former students came to help too, but she told them to stay away because she didn't want them to get hurt. Using all her strength, Yankumi fought Kintaro's men one by one until only Kintaro was left, trapped and pointing a gun at her. Outside the building, Shin, another Class 3D student, tried to rush inside to help. Inside, Yankumi tried to convince Kintaro to stop doing illegal things. What she said seemed to affect him, and for a moment both Kintaro and Yankumi's students were touched by her caring words. Right then, police officers with weapons arrived at the scene. Because she was worried about Kintaro's life, Yankumi tried to convince the police not to shoot him. In the end, Kintaro got arrested. As the police took him away, he told all of Yankumi's students they were lucky to have a teacher like her. With tears running down her face, Yankumi thanked her students for always supporting her, feeling very grateful for their help. One day, while walking to school, Yankumi met some of her former students who now had good jobs. Seeing how successful they were made her feel proud. When she got to the teacher's room, she bowed to Vice Principal Sawatari Goro and apologized for the trouble she caused by exposing Kintaro's illegal activities. Goro surprised her by responding with pride. He told her that what she did made Shirokan High School more popular and respected, bringing more attention to the school. A few days later, near the end of the movie, it was Ryu's last day as a practice teacher. Goro gave him a special task, and Ryu accepted it with determination, excited to finish his work. After classes finished that day, Yankumi decided to take her Class 3D students outside to play kick the can on the field. At first, many students didn't want to play, but when Shin agreed to join, everyone else followed him to the field to play together as a group. This simple game became a special moment where the students connected and had fun with Yankumi. The moral of the story is, if you're a math teacher with secret Yakuza connections, always keep some martial arts skills ready. You never know when you'll need to fight crime or win over a classroom full of troublemakers.